What is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. I'm looking at AMD right now. I'm looking at the 242 calls on this name. I see a beautiful 5 minute flag happening right here at VWAP, one of the strongest names of the morning. And I'm thinking about going long, thinking about setting it up right about here. But I want to see how this 2 minute goes. I'm looking at the 240 strike price contracts. But I want to see some sort of hold here. Currently, it's trying to hold, but it's being met with sellers. So I don't want to jump in front of this thing just yet. I want to see a hold before I do anything. Kind of looking at this little flaggy thing happening here. And again, this will be a quick stop underneath VWAP. Underneath this candle over here will be my risk. I'll draw it out right here. So it's very clear. Let's see if I'm going to press this submit button here. Looking all right, looking all right. All right, I'm long. Let's give it a go here. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. I want to see new highs, and I'll de-risk one. See what happens. So far, we're doing all right. Like I said, guys, quick stop. If not, no big deal. This is just a starter position. So far, so good. So far, so good. Let's see what happens. I want to see some new highs, and I want to see my alarm get tagged right here. The 5 minute looks great. We're bouncing off VWAP. And I love the hammer candles. Those signify to me that sellers are not they're not strong enough to be pushed down. So I really like the look of that. I like the 2 minute, how we got a nice bullish engulfing. We closed above our previous candle. We bounced off the VWAP and the 9 EMA and the 13 EMA. So I really like this for some continuation. But let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I want to see a nice push. And I will scale one out and I will keep one. Nice and light to start the morning. But I do like how the QQQ is looking. We're looking strong. We're looking like we're busting out of previous day high almost. So that's going to really help the AMD push forward. So far, we almost got some new highs here. Let's go. Let's get a nice little push. We need to push past this 15-minute orb. Boom. New highs. Beautiful. Now I'm going to look to scale one out. All right, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Let's see how it goes. Currently, we're looking at 125. We bought it at 117. We're up about 20%. I want to see a nice push. I want to see a nice push. Get us past that. Get us past that high day level. Give us a nice little push. Let's go. Let's go. We're up about 45%. Up about 45%. I'm getting close to taking one off here. I want to see another little push. One more little push. And I'm going to take one off. Looking good so far. Looking really good so far. All right, I'm up about 50%. I'm going to be taking one off in a second here. This is looking good. This is looking good. All right, I'm out one. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. I'm down to one now. I'm down to 1 now. So now the way I want this runner to go is I do not wanna be giving any profit back at all, okay? So I do not wanna be giving absolutely any profit back at all, okay? That was great. That was a great trade. I'm really happy with that trade to start the morning. That was a wonderful trade. And just a recap of what happened, right? Let me show you guys exactly what I was looking at. Okay. This is our previous day high zone, and we gapped up above that previous day high zone. This is our pre market high. Okay. So once I see that we're above previous day high, this is telling me that we're strong. Excuse me. So once we're above previous day high and pre-market high, this is telling me this is one of the strongest stocks of the day. Okay. And what we did was we surged above this pre-market high, extremely strong here. Okay. Look at the close. There's absolutely no wick at the top, and it's just all body. This is pure strength. Okay. So when something like this happens, I want to see how we react at the VWAP retest. This orange line is my VWAP retest. I love hammers when we're doing a retest, a nice slow retest into the VWAP. I love that. And as soon as we broke out of this little flag here, I went long. This was my long entry here. I took some scales out at new highs, and now I'm risking nothing on this trailer. I want to see us hit more new highs in order to take out more scales. Okay, I want to see this alarm go off, or I'm not going to be touching this position until we hit new highs or we go out break even. That's my rule for this runner. So let's see what happens here. If we come down near this area, I'm going to take out my position because I do not want to be going red. See how it says unrealized? We're red. I don't like that. So I'm just going to submit that. I'm just going to call it there because I'm not giving any money back. All right. That's part of the rules here. Once we make a little bit of profit, we're not giving any money back at all. All right. Now, that was a good little starter. Good little starter. Get the feet wet for the morning. I'll tell you what else I'm looking at here. Close this bad boy down. I'll tell you what else I'm looking at here. All right. Show you guys this beautiful chart here. Look at this beauty of a chart. All right. We're looking at SPY here. SPY is in 3 days of consolidation. Okay. So we got Wednesday high, Thursday high, today's pre market high. This is a 3 touch point resistance level. I absolutely love this level. Now, if we can smash through this previous day high level and Wednesday high level and the pre-market high level, I'm 1000% going long. I just want to see some sort of confirmation though. And we also have economic data in about 8 minutes. So ideally, we wait for that because last thing I want to do is go long and then we start chopping around and yeah, and then we get hit with the news and then we take a loss. I don't want to be doing that. So I really hope this thing waits for us, but it looks very strong for now. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. Let's see how it goes here. I'm watching these three tickers mainly here. We got the SPY, we got the Qs, and we got the Russell slash IWM. But for now, I love the SPY. SPY is beautiful. So I'm just gonna be watching this guy for now. And we'll see what happens. We got 6.5 minutes till this data hits. I really don't want this thing to surge up before data because I do not want to I do not want to be caught in chop right before this happens. Pull up my other broker, and we'll be ready to go. Guys, I wasn't even sharing that screen. I'm sorry. Let me review what I did because I took this live and I wasn't even sharing my screen. I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, so watch. So this was the first AMD I took. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what we did here. We surged above previous day high in the pre-market. Okay, this was previous day high. This is our pre-market high, and what I always want to see is one of the strongest stocks of the day. Okay, and AMD was one of the strongest stocks of the morning. We surged above previous day high, and we surged above pre-market high. Now look at this 5-minute candle above pre-market high. This is pure strength. Absolutely no wicks at the top. Okay, so what I did was I switched to the 2-minute and I drew my bull flag. Okay, came up, and as always on the 5-minute, I like to see the reaction at VWAP or the 9 AMA, depending on which one comes first. VWAP is the stronger magnet for the price. Okay, so we came back and we retested this VWAP area with two hammer sticks. And I love hammer retests. Those are showing me that buyers are very much present. Sellers cannot push the price up. Sorry, push the price down. And what we did here is as soon as we broke this bull flag and we closed here, I went long. Okay. New highs, I took one contract off. And my runner, I have a rule of either we hit more new highs or we get stop break even. We got stop break even on the runner, and luckily we got out because now this thing is looking like it's rejecting. So now we're just going to wait for the news to come out in 4 minutes, and we're going to be watching the SPY because I love the SPY. I love the 3 touch point highs. So I want to see that break with conviction. I want to see a 15-minute close above this previous day high zone. And if we can get a 15-minute close over, I'm going to switch to the 2-minute. I'm going to watch for a retest of that level to go long. Okay, but we got 3.5 minutes left, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, just a nice little cute little starter for the day. You can see the fills. I only bought two contracts. I bought two contracts at $1.17, and I sold my first at $1.43, and then the last one I had break even. So that was my little baby winner for the day. But it was a good little wallet padding slash starter for the morning. And now we'll dial into the SPY here. SPY is looking great. I like the SPY. The Qs is also looking good, but the reason I like SPY more is because of the 3 touch points. We got a Wednesday high, previous day high, pre-market high. So you can see here, every time we hit this high, reject, major reject gap down. We surge back above on Thursday, which was the last day of the market for last week. Surged above, again rejected, and again we retested it this morning, pre-market high, and again we rejected. And now today, market open, we got the pre-market low, pre-market high, and the 3 touch points. So if we can bust through this with conviction and a nice 15-minute close, I will definitely be interested in taking this long, but we just gotta wait and see. Not rush into this thing. We're not gonna be rushing into this. Yeah, see, that's a good see, that's just a good example of why we take that runner off at break even because even though this is our risk, I set this risk up in the morning. I couldn't share my screen with you. I completely forgot to press the share screen button, but this was our risk in the morning. And let's say we didn't stop out break even on that runner, like we would just be taking a loss here for no reason. We'd be giving the money back that we earned in the market. Like that's not part of my rule. Like we can always come back in, but to give money back that we made on this push, nah. We can always regroup, but like this doesn't look good anymore. So this could come all the way back down and test pre-market high. So I'm not going to be giving money back. We can always re-enter. But for now, I want to see what the SPY does. I want to see what the SPY does. News just came out. Let's see the reaction. So far, nothing, but sometimes it's delayed by a couple minutes, which would be horrible. There's that news reaction. See that delay? It's about 45-second delay. But we're watching that 15-minute. We want to see how this 15-minute reacts, okay? Because although it looks good, it could look great on the 2-minute or the 1-minute. Like that's fake out city for me. So I want to watch what this 15-minute does at this level because this could easily reject and we could reject this pre-market low and that would be my short entry. If that happens, that shows me that we had one, two, three, four rejections at this level. If we reject here, this could set up a short, but we'll see. We wait. That's why we wait for the first 15 minutes, guys. Like we didn't close above. You see this 15-minute? Looks good, but we did not close above our level. So we're waiting. Now, again, if we can get a nice closure below pre-market low, that's going to be a beautiful short setup. But let's see what happens. We got time. It's only half an hour into the market. Let price settle after the news, and then we strike. Look at that. Look at that reject. Oh, man. That's why we wait for that 15-minute closure above or below a level always. Because look at that if you chase that. If you chase that break, you would have got absolutely clapped. My goodness. That is ugly. Wow. And that just shows us how strong this level is, right? One, two, three, four rejections now, and a big 15-minute rejection. It's got 10 minutes left on this candle, but if we can close below this and hit a nice little retest, I'm shorting for sure. Let's see. We'll be ready. Damn. All right, let's see. I like this short setup. Shorts got cooked. Sorry, longs got cooked. Big time. Big time. Look at this AMD I took earlier. Look at that. Look at the management on the runner. That's why you stop out break even on your runners because look at this. That would have been horrible. Just giving all that back and I would have taken a loss. So that's why we don't do that. Nothing yet, guys. Look at that doji. That is the market trying to figure out which way to go. Buyers tried, couldn't do it. Sellers tried, couldn't do it. Now we got this little body of buyers and sellers fighting here. And since we're in between previous day high and pre-market low, this is a dead zone. This is a zone we don't want to be trying to trade or guess in. So we want to wait. We want to wait for this to figure itself out. I want to see a 15-minute closure below pre-market low to go short. Something along the lines of this, and like that. That's kind of what I want to see. And based on this big rejection here and the four touch rejections that we've had in the past last week and this morning, this is telling me we're likely going lower. But we'll see. Let's find out. See what happens. Two minutes left on this closure, and we'll see what happens here. So far, we might have to wait for the next candle. The Qs is also in this dead zone, which is not good. Look at this chop. Up, fail, rejection, down. Now we're trying again for the next round, but the fact that we swept this high and rejected this hard, I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. We are still above the previous day high, so technically we're still bullish for today. As you can see here, this is the previous day high zone, and we are holding above it. but it's not looking so great. This rejection and this sweep is not looking so great. So for now, it's either the pre-market low down or we want to see something like this. Only two scenarios are playing. Chop zone. This zone here is called the chop zone. And we do not want to be in this zone right here at all. This will cause unnecessary losses by trying to guess which way this candle is going to go. So we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be waiting for this chop zone to clear itself out, and then we will be picking a direction. For now, we're stuck right in the middle. The only two scenarios we got for this morning. If we're stuck in the middle all day, then we'll just close it down. I'd rather close it down than take losses. So probably give it another 45 minutes or so, and then either we take a trade or we close it down. Let's see what happens. This giant 15-minute candle though is just a giant doji. That's all that is. Look at this thing. Sellers tried, couldn't do it. Buyers tried, couldn't do it. Swept this major level, came back down, and now we got a little gross little body right here. So we really need to see what this next 15-minute candle does. That's what I want to see. I want to see it. Can we close above? Can we get a nice closure above? It's trying. It's trying. It's trying to get out of this chop zone. Let's see. Make it real. We could easily get another rejection though. And if we get a nice closure below this, I actually like this more because we trapped a whole bunch of longs here. Imagine how many people went long here and just lost money. And now they're trapped. Now they could potentially be adding because they can see that we're trying again. So maybe they're adding at this position. And if we get another sweep and a fail, I think this is going to fail hard. And then we could aim for this level as first TP and then second TP previous day low. That'll be a glorious short. That's what I'm looking for here. But let's see. Let's see. Let's see. For now, we're just chopping. Is he going to do it? Or are we going to get a nice fail? Either way, it's gonna be a good trade. Either way, it's gonna be a good trade, but the fact that we trapped, I like that more for a short. All these people got trapped, and, like, a pretty big move too, 658.70, so a whole dollar move, right? It's a pretty big move up, and all those people got trapped. They might have got trapped again on this because they saw how quick we soaked it back up, but to me, that looks like it's gonna reject. I don't know. We'll see. We just gotta wait. Can't guess. I don't wanna be guessing. I do not wanna be guessing in this zone. Look at that, another doji. Small little doji. Market's really trying to figure out what to do here. We got 10 minutes left on this candle. If we get a nice strong closure, that'll be my buy signal, but we wanna see. I wanna see a nice closure, not wicky. I don't wanna see wicky closures, but it's trying. It's definitely trying. 5 minute. 5 minute looks gross. Look at that 5 minute. That is horrendous. Horrendous 5 minute. But again, if we reclaim and hold, could set up for a nice long. But we just gotta wait. See if anything else is setting up here. Amazon is looking kind of decent. I don't know why it's not popping up, but let's see. This is our previous day high zone. Looks like we're trying to hold. It's looking pretty good. This is previous day high right here. Just below. Just right there. But kind of chopping in the middle of this zone. So nothing for me here yet. That does look good though. Looks like a nice hold on that 9 EMA on the 5 minute. But we'll see. Spy definitely trying. Look at that. Spy's trying. So Spy's trying on this 15-minute candle. We got 7 minutes left on that candle. I want to see how that closes before I do anything. Amazon looking decent. Let's see what else. AMD died. Completely died. Yeah. I'm just gonna be watching Spy. I don't know about this Amazon. It's only up 1% on the day. Could go, but let's find out. Amazon, I don't know. It's chopping in between previous day high, not much of an extension. It does have a nice flaggy look, but like I don't know. It's like it failed. Like it went up a little bit, displaced a tiny bit, just one candle. Like to see at least two, three candles displacing above a level, and then a nice retest. But like one candle, fail, one candle, half a candle, fail. Now we got this inverted hammer. Like, no, I don't think so. That's not A plus. Not for me. I'd rather wait on SPY. SPY looks like it's setting up. SPY looks like it's setting up here. That looks all right, but again, I want to see a nice close. All right. We're trying. We are trying. This is a big zone. You could tell it's such a big zone, such a big area that I think this is what I think is going to happen based on what I've seen happen many times on these triple tops. Either it does what it did today, or if we bust through, it's going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy if it busts through because inverse to what I was talking about for all these longs being trapped, the same thing happened to all these shorts. If you look at the 5 minute, I'll just show you the 2 minute. Big sweep and a fail. All these people went short, right? Thinking, okay, here we go. We're going to break pre-market low and we're going to go much lower. But look what happened. Just completely soaked it all up and broke above our level. So all those shorts got trapped too, right? And this is why I love to wait on the first 15-minute candle or any 15-minute candle to break and close because that'll save us so much chop and so many fake outs. Like, look at like, yeah, you could be super scalpy, but that's not really my style. I can't be in and out within a minute. It's just not my style at all. I get tilty if I do it like that. So I would rather wait on a real confirmation, a real break, a real retest, and set up a real like a real long or a real short, you know? Right now, this is choppy, man. So I'm just gonna wait. I want to see this 15-minute candle close because look, if we don't close above the pre-market high and Wednesday high and previous day high, if we don't close above all this entire zone, I will not be going long. I need to see a closure above this zone. This whole zone is what we need to break. Spy's trying. Wow, Spy is trying. Amazon's trying too. But this candle's gross. Inverted hammer. Big wick. Fail previous day high. Could do it, but not ideal price action. You get an inverted hammer from the war there, buddy boy? Yep. Well, open the goddamn straight, you bastards. Was that a real tweet? Was that a real tweet? Come on. That couldn't have been a real tweet. There's no way. All praise be Allah. There's no way that was a real tweet. Oh my god. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. That is the wildest president on earth. That is the wildest president on planet Earth right there. Open the straight, you crazy bees. My goodness. That's wild, man. That's wild. Yeah, and also we got actually speaking of that guy, Orange Cheeto Head, we got him in 30 minutes. He's going to be going live. So you know what? Like, I don't know, man. If this market's waiting for him to speak, then we could just be looking at a whole lot of this until after he's done speaking. So we could actually get an afternoon move. Okay, so like right now, could just be waiting for him to go on. He's jumping on in 30 minutes. So I don't know. Not a great Monday to be trading. I'm glad I'm one and done, to be honest. Cute little AMD long. Worked out well. Managed that trade well. But this is not looking ideal. And since we got Cheeto Man going on in 30, I don't know, man. You see that third closure. Look at this. 3 attempts. That's 45 minutes. That's 1 hour. 1 hour. So we got the first 15-minute candle, giant inverted hammer. Second 15-minute candle, we had a big surge. Again, could not close above that previous day high zone. Third 15-minute candle, big indecision doji candle. And then the last 15-minute candle, another indecision doji candle. We tried to close above, big wick above again, no closure again. Okay, so now we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth attempt to try to break this high. We got this fifth attempt trying to make this high, but I don't know. Like, if that's just going to be another wick again, we'll see. If we get it closed, I'm down. But if not, I'm good. We got 30 minutes left till that guy goes on too. And you know he's going to be talking some crazy stuff. So I don't know. It looks like it wants to do it, doesn't it? It looks like it wants to do it. We got AMD at pre-market high. This was my long from earlier. That was great. That was a great long. No. It is a pre-market high retest on AMD, but the fact that we just gave up that entire move, I'm not down with this. So I'm just going to close that bad boy down. Get rid of that. That was ugly. SPY. Look at SPY. Another wick. Another wick. That's why the 50-minute is so important. We need to see a nice closure. Not a lame little closure. We need to see a real strong closure, or that's just going to trap you again. Legacy football, where are you at, buddy? Where are you at there, buddy? Show your face. Let's get you on a dual camera. Let's get you trading in here there, buddy. Amazon, look at these wicks stuck around this previous day high zone. This is telling me no bueno. Putting that bad boy away. SPY or nothing. SPY better confirm or nothing. Q's trying. Q's trying, but same thing. Like if SPY can't do it, Q's not gonna do it. That's the yin yang tango. Yeah, good call. Don't join the Trump casino tables because that's gonna be a sure bet to get your eye ripped apart. But hey, man, you missed that beautiful long on AMD I took today. I hit about I hit about 60% on it. That was beautiful. Nice little options trade. Now I want to take this, but I think it's waiting on Trump, if I had to be honest. All these wicks. My bias still is a nice fail below pre-market low. That's still my bias. But we'll see. I'm gonna give this another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes at the most, not even 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna close this down because I don't want to be trapped in a choppy trade and then that dude goes on and starts talking crazy. And it's gonna just kill my position. So I'm good on that. 10, 15 minutes and I'm gonna close this down. Do a little recap and call it a day. Come back tomorrow, save our mental capital, save our real capital, and make some money tomorrow. What's on the docket today, Fraseroni? Legacy Football FC. What's on the docket, sir? Give us something. Going live, eh? Couple live bros. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, buddy. Get that paper, buddy. Get that paper. Yeah, a few shackles would be nice in this market, right? Any way you can. Oil prices going through the roof, inflation going through the roof. This dude's out here selling cards. At a guy. At a guy. Beats a 9 to 5 any day, right, buddy? Beats a 9 to 5 all day long. Oh yeah, market's gonna dump, dude. Unless Trump says, unless like he's been lying this whole time though. Yeah, we made a deal. We made a deal. Smart. They were very smart. Yeah, no, dude. Like he just keeps lying about we made a deal, and then Iran just keeps saying, "Yo, we never talked to this dude once." So we made a deal. The deal's done. Just waiting for the signed papers. No, dude. There's no deals done. Those dudes hate you. Fucking, he's not signing nothing. Yeah, the market's gonna dump. I think the market's gonna dump too. So many rejections at this zone. Gapped up 2 days in a row. Trump's losing his mind, going to the hospital. I don't know. Yeah, I really do think the market's waiting for Trump. It's kind of clear what's happening. Iranians asked for payment for ceasefire. Oh man. Yeah, well, it'd be nice if this all ended. It would be very nice. Hey, Legacy Football, how's my lighting, bud? You're the lighting guy. How's my lighting? We looking all right here, or are we looking a little amateurish? Give us the deets. Give us your expert opinions. He's gonna say something stupid. Watch. You're dumb. Tell us. Okay. Come on, man. Let's go. Look at this. Look at this. That's why we wait. Look at that. That's why we wait. 15-minute closure. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay. We didn't make a deal. They rejected the deal. He probably said something stupid. Wow. Let's see what they say. See if there's any news. That's what I want to see. I think that was Iran conveys reply to us proposal on war and on Pakistan. Iran conveys reply to us. Let's see what the reply is. Oh, must have been a negative reply here. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. The US 15-point proposal is one sided, unfair, unreasonable. They rejected a temporary ceasefire. Bang. There you go. All right. All right. Now we're probably going to be setting up for that pre market low finally. Of course, they rejected your stupid offer, buddy. Of course, they did. We need to get out of this chop zone. We need to get out of this chop zone in order for us to take any sort of long here. Now, is that Iranian bad news enough to drop? Is the question. Wow, look at this wiki action. Man, that crazy dude is going on in 18 minutes. So I don't know, guys. I might just close it down. Three minutes left on his 15. If we get a big closure, if something happens and we get a big closure above this level, then I'll try it. But I don't know how we could after that negative news. Like how would that why would that happen? I really don't see that happening. After that negative news, I just don't see that happening. Trump's on in 15 minutes, guys. I might just bail these. Yeah, I might just bail this. I don't think I'm gonna be sticking around for this. I might jump on if something happens, but There's no point to just stay in here and just watch this. So I'm gonna call it Legacy Football. Thanks for staying on, buddy boy. Appreciate it. But you know what we didn't do? Didn't get our backs blown out on these fake outs. Didn't get our backs blown out on the fake outs. But I tried, but no. Thank God for that. So that's good. We save our capital for tomorrow, save our mental for tomorrow, and maybe this afternoon if something happens. But if not, then we just wait and we see. Let's give it 50 seconds. Let's give it 50 seconds. Let's see what happens on this 15-minute candle here. If we close above, great. Maybe that'll set up, but we're running out of time here. 15 minutes, buddy, goes on. So yeah, it's a wrap. All right, I'm going to close this down. Yeah, it's a wrap. 7 seconds left on this 15. It's not going to close again. And then by the time the next 15 closes, it's going to be Trump on. So it is a wrap. All right. I'll jump back on if the markets do something. If not, then I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace and love.